Hello everyone. To people who follow my channel and watch my content, you already know who I am. To any new viewers, my name is Noah Sweet, or as others call me online, Poseidon Air. I'm just a guy who's trying his best to wind his way through this platform, but it's thanks to one particular thing that it, and my life in general, has been such a blast throughout 2020, even considering everything that's been happening in the world this year. And that thing would be a Minecraft animation series called Songs of War. But to understand why Songs of War made such a difference, we need to go back to the beginning. And by the beginning, I mean just a little over a year ago. It was around November 2019 when I first heard of the show. Back then, I wasn't in the best condition. I was struggling at school, and I just suffered the loss of someone close to me, my grandmother, who had been battling cancer for months. As for YouTube, I was just sort of there. I'd lost interest in all the things I'd used to make content about, and I just wasn't sure what to do. I'd recently gotten into Minecraft animations thanks to an awkward but hilarious run-in with Animation Wins, otherwise known as Whovian103, but I'd only heard of Songs of War midway through November. I remember it was mentioned a little on Whovian's Discord server, but it didn't catch my interest immediately, even though I liked the rest of the content from Black Plasma Studios. And then, one day on December, I finally decided to give it a go and watch the first episode, and I was hooked immediately. The animation was fluid, the visuals were stunning, the storytelling was rich, and the characters were lovable from the start. Then I watched the next 2 episodes, and it only got better from there. I then waited for episode 4 to come out, and then episode 5. During the mid-season break, I took a break of my own and didn't pay attention to Songs of War content for a while, until early March when I noticed episode 6 had been released. Then episode 7. Finally, on March 10th, 2020, I made the fateful decision to join the Black Plasma Community Discord, to talk about Songs of War with others, because it was just getting so darn interesting. The community was generally very friendly and great to talk to, but what really mattered to me about this was that I met so many of my now close friends there on that server. We started out just chatting there, but then the fanfiction writers such as I came together to form the Songs of War Fanfiction Writers Union in early April, a server that has grown tremendously over its lifespan. Meanwhile, on YouTube, I'd begun to upload Songs of War-based content. Not only did it bring me more views than anything I'd been producing for years, it was clear people enjoyed it, which mattered even more to me. And I too enjoyed making that content. Songs of War meme edits, music videos, all that stuff I don't do too much anymore, but used to love. Then I got back into Minecraft animation, which I'd taken a break from since December, and my skills began to improve as I worked on one project after another, even if most of those projects didn't amount to much. I'd even begun planning of my own Minecraft animation series, The Rise of Brine. I'd met my co-director, JDCFX, on the Black Plasma Discord, and since then he's been a massive help and I am forever grateful for that. Now, I had technically already been planning the series before I'd watched Songs of War, but the original ideas were vastly different, and Songs of War inspired me to reshape the ideas for the series into something I was much more happy with. And so it continued. For months I made Songs of War content and hung out on the Black Plasma Discord, as well as on my own servers, gradually becoming somewhat reputable, but in the end of the day, what mattered was that I was having a fun time. My friends and I went through so much, reading the scripts together, writing fanfictions, just fanboying and fangirling. Those memories made a bleak year much better for me, and for that, among other reasons, I will always treasure them. The effects of all this will be felt for the rest of my life. And to think that if I had never taken a time out of my life to watch Songs of War, I never would have joined the Black Plasma Discord or met any of my friends from the community. To think I wouldn't have written a story spanning over 400 pages with thousands of reads on Quotev, or gotten into Blender or animation or almost anything I'm passionate about today if I just hadn't bothered to click on the first episode. I bet my year would have gone a whole lot worse if I had just ignored it. Watching that first video and later the whole series changed my life for the better. Songs of War was a project that took half a decade to make a reality, 5 years of constant blood, sweat, and tears from director David and his team of talented and incredible people, whether they were writers, animators, asset designers, builders, or just patrons supporting their work by pledging money. After all that work, it was hoped that it would produce a better reward. The Songs of War team didn't get nearly as much as they deserved, the series ending up terribly underviewed as a whole and not earning enough money to fund the next 2 seasons. This led to the inevitable fate of Songs of War, with David having to cancel the series and move on to his new passions. Ultimately, this message is dedicated mostly to David himself. I know it's unlikely he'll ever watch this video, but David, if you're there, I just want you to know that even though you didn't get to finish this series, it still had such a positive effect on the people blessed by its existence. Lives like mine changed for the better because you decided to dedicate years of your life to this project. Because of your decision to make Songs of War, I'm here now as a happy teenager with plenty of supportive friends and a dedicated fan base of over 5,000, a number that would have seemed unreachable to me in the past. All of that is thanks to you. Some people miss Songs of War, I do myself, and some people want it back, even though you've expressed many times you've moved on. I just want to let you know that I support you in your future endeavors, because I'm forever grateful to you for all you've unknowingly done for me. There's no need to dwell on things of the past. Acceptance is key. Just remember all the good you've done by creating this series. You formed one of the best communities I have ever known and helped so many people by blessing us with your talent. I will never forget this series and how it flipped my life upside down in the best way possible, and I hope you too never forget. Because the positive impact of Songs of War and your hard work will be felt forever.